cook. She got the recipe. She got what you need. That girl can cook. That black girl magic. I gotta have it.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make a special dinner for two with steak Oscar. This is my way of making it, so let's go ahead and get started. Right, so if you're not familiar with steak Oscar, this is just a classic steak dish usually made with tenderloin steak. So get you some tenderloin steak or filet mignon, and we're going to top it off with some crab meat and a nice bearnaise sauce. You guys, it's so easy and it's so simple, okay? But before we do all that, let's go ahead and season this steak up. You're going to need some olive oil to coat it, and then we're going to start to season it. Now add your salt in a generous amount. Don't be stingy on the salt, okay? If you can't have salt, then you might want to be a little bit, considerate about that. However, add your salt. You can do that to taste. And then we're going to take a 1/4 teaspoon of steak seasoning. If you don't have this seasoning at home, salt will be just fine, all right? So it has a lot of pepper in it, so I won't be adding any additional pepper, but I am going to add another 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, okay? I'm not using fresh garlic today, so I'm going to be adding the garlic powder for additional taste, all right? So once you have your steak seasoned, make sure you have the side seasoned. Every piece of meat needs to be covered with some type of seasoning, all right? And we're going to set that aside. So I'm going to be using my cast iron skillet today, and I have it over medium-high heat. I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of olive oil to this because I want to get this pan as hot as I can get it, okay? Now check this chart out before we add our steaks in. These are the temperatures to give you the type of cook that you might want. I'm cooking mine to a medium to medium well today, okay? All right, so look. You want to add that steak and you want to press down on it, all right? That's going to give us that good color on both sides. Always press down on it to make sure that it is evenly in the pan. And you want to make sure you hear that sizzle, because if you don't, it is not hot enough, all right? So look, we're going to add in about 2 tablespoons of butter, and this is going to help give us some additional flavor as we baste these steaks in this butter. And once we have cooked them on 5 minutes, on one side, you're going to flip it and cook it on the other side for 5 minutes, okay? So don't forget to go back and look at that chart to get your desired temperature. However, we are going to finish these in the oven, all right? So it's not completely necessary to have to cook on the sides, but I prefer to get an even cook all the way around, okay? So look, I'm just gonna put this steak on its side, and I'm just gonna sear it just to give it some nice color for a few seconds, not too long, not too much. We don't wanna overcook this, okay? But once you are done doing that, we're gonna pop this in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're gonna cook it for about 5 to 8 minutes until our desired temp has been reached. Alright, so in a separate skillet, I'm going to add a teaspoon of butter as well as a teaspoon of olive oil over medium-high heat. And I'm going to add in my pound of fresh asparagus. So you guys, just in case you didn't know, steak Oscar is commonly served with asparagus. You can cook any kind of vegetable that you would prefer, but I'm using asparagus today, okay? And we're going to season this up with a little bit of salt to taste, as well as a 1/4 teaspoon of lemon pepper. I'm telling y'all, trust me on that. It is so delicious. And we're going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. If you don't have the lemon pepper, you can definitely use some fresh squeezed lemon. So I added just a little bit more butter in there, and we're going to saute these up until they get a nice color on them. But look, if you like them tender, you don't want to cook them too long, okay? If you let them get soggy, it's not going to be a good thing. So cook these until they get some nice color, just a nice color. We don't want to overcook these bad boys. And I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of water just to add some moisture to the pot. And after about 2 minutes, honey, they are done, all right? Don't overcook these. They didn't die to be overcooked, all right? So go ahead and remove them out the pan, and then we're going to set them aside. All right, so for the sauce, honey, you are going to need a blender or a food processor for this part, okay? You have to have it. And you're going to go ahead and take the top off, and you're going to add in 4 egg yolks. You do not need the whites, only the yolks, okay? And you also want to add in 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar. If you don't have white wine vinegar, Regular vinegar will do just fine. And you want to blend these, okay? Blend it for about 30 seconds. We just want to get that combined, all right? Once you get it blended to a nice consistency, you want to add in your 1 stick of melted butter. And if you have a blender or a processor where you can continuously add in some type of liquid while the stream is still moving, that will be a little bit more ideal for this sauce. But if not, you can add it in the way I am here. And I'm going to add in a diced shallot, just a little bit, and some salt to taste, as well as black pepper to taste. Not too much, just enough, okay? And we're going to add in some fresh chopped parsley. We're not going to add in too much of that either. And then we're going to blend until creamy and smooth. We want this sauce to be like velvet. Do you hear me? Like velvet. All right. So once you get it to that consistency, you want to check it. You want to taste it. Once it's nice and creamy, you have made your sauce, honey, and we can set this aside. Okay, so now I'm going to take that same skillet that my melted butter was in, and I'm going to add my 1 cup of lump crab meat, okay? I just want to remove some of this moisture here just a little bit and season it with some salt and pepper and bring some heat to it, because I don't want to eat it cold. I mean, come on, it's already cooked, so you don't have to cook it. I just want to add some heat to it, so that'll take approximately 2 minutes to do, all right? So our steaks are done cooking. They are absolutely perfect. And now it's time to plate this up. So grab your favorite plate and let's get to it. And there you have it, guys. Our beautiful steak Oscar. So quick, so simple, so easy, so delicious. And look, go ahead and tell your boo that you are making dinner. Listen, they don't have to know anything. They don't have to know you got it from me. It's okay. It's okay. Look, just get in the kitchen and make it happen. And let me know if you found this recipe easy to follow. And if you try it out, let me know in the comments what you think, okay? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. I love you guys so much. And I want to always thank you guys for watching. And I'll see y'all next time in the next video. Bye.